Hey guys, it's Tesla back again with another episode of Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. So last time when we left off, we made this little roller coaster intro. Oh, whoa, that was a balloon. I was freaking out. I thought it was some kind of screen glitch. Alright, so we left off with this roller coaster that we're planning on making kind of like looking like trees and rolling hills. So we're gonna add some rolling hills and some trees. And I think this episode, or maybe next episode, we might add the monorail system, and then plan out kind of the layout of our park going into the future. So that's coming up soon. But for now, we're gonna work on terrain editing this roller coaster to look really, really nice. So first things we gotta do is we messed up the terrain a little bit here on accident, so we're gonna patch that up. Yeah, oh, a little bit more. And then what I like to do with this kind of style of making the roller coaster go with the hills, I just get the hill tool on like brush 6 or whatever, and now I'm just going to go in and kind of fill up the gaps with hills, and they're going to come out really gross with all these like weird exposed terrain bits, but we'll fix that soon enough. That's just in the temporary, but we will go over with the smooth tool and get rid of all that. So just kind of fill it up, and it looks really gross right now, but we'll fix that in a moment, and kind of add some more texture to the back of this hill. Just really make it feel like it's kind of rolling along. So I think that's good for now. So now we'll go over with the smooth terrain tool. We're just gonna patch up as much as we can here. Get rid of all this exposed terrain, flatten it all out. And it's going to cut away at a lot of the hill. That's why I made them so big. It's going to shrink these hills 2 or 3 times of what we originally intended them to be. So just get rid of all these terrain pock marks. We got some over here we got to deal with, and some more over here. And now this is less exposed, but I still think this backside raises up kind of sharply, so I think I'll go over this with the smooth tool and just kind of smooth it out. And now we did expose some more terrain here, so we'll patch that up really quickly. Alright, sometimes you really have to get in there and just find just the right angle and just go over it again and again until it works. That's pretty much terrain editing in this game. It's a lot of luck. And now let's just go over with the flatten tool. Ooh, just kind of define the hills a little bit to have clear peaks and ridges. Just a little touch up. And then go back over everything we destroyed. It would seem like it would be easier to make the hills first. That way, whenever you change them, they didn't have these little terrain bits that come up. But really, what ends up happening there is you just chew up your hills with your roller coaster. Pretty much no matter what you do, it's really hard, if not impossible, to build a roller coaster around hills like this. You pretty much need to do the hills around the coaster, so I don't like that flat, how sharp that peak is right there. Okay. I think that these are some good, sorry, click the Windows button. Some good base hills. So now what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some terrain painting to these hills. Or, yeah, some terrain painting. So go into terrain paint. And I think that the top of the hills would probably have more rough, like kind of rough grass, since they're up there so high and they don't get as much water, and when water does come, they probably rushes down them and kind of gonna lower the brush size and kind of tears up all the grass up there. So it's kind of harder for things to grow, and I think with just one brush right at the very top, some just really rough grass up there, just to add some almost shadowing effect to the top of these hills. That way they look a little less bland. And I think now we can add some scenery into this coaster. So get rid of all these categories we don't want. And now let's get some trees. I think for this coaster it would be kind of cool to have some pine trees around it. So let's get some sugar pine and gonna put some pine trees around here. Oh, sweet! Some trees will fit in between the track. I love when you can fit trees in between the pieces of track like that and sneak them in there in these little places. It makes it look really cool. I don't think a tree would be all the way up there, maybe per se. Get rid of this yellow one. We'll add some different kinds of trees, but I think this will be mostly pine just to kind of differentiate it from all the trees around it right now are all pretty much uh, the normal kind of Douglas fir trees. So just kind of get it really different kind of feel for this little area. And maybe this will be an intro into some kind of themed world, who knows. Okay, so get that last tree down there. And then, oh, my bad. Get rid of that accidental tree. And now I think we will place down some boulders. I don't see a lot of people do place down boulders around the park just as little scenery like they do trees, which I don't really know why, because I think they add a lot of character. Just a few boulders just here and there. I bet there'll be a bunch of boulders up on these hills. And you can change the color too, like I think right here we're gonna have brown. Oh, best food. Way to go, guys. I think that's the second time you won it. The Greasy Pizzeria over here. Really pulling through. So, now we have a few boulders in the area. I think that's good for now. Get rid of this candy bush. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty nice. So now I think we will make a little custom scenery thing around the station here. So first we gotta decide what walls we want, and nothing too crazy. I'm not really great at custom scenery. I just like to do little things around my roller coaster stations. Not even my little carnival ride stations, but just the roller coasters. So colored walls look kind of gross. I think Western town walls for just a generic building, these wooden walls look pretty good. Not the roofs per se, but just these walls look pretty standard. Because a lot of the default building, excuse me, a lot of the default building materials are pretty gross in my opinion. A lot of the build set, like colored walls, brick walls, colonial. Like, I can see colonial walls, but they really look, they're pretty unique. They aren't just kind of everywhere, if you know what I'm saying. So, what I'm doing here is just surrounding the station in walls on the outside of the tiles, and just leaving gaps for people to walk in and out of the entrance exit, and leaving a gap here for the roller coaster to come in and out of. Just, I mean, technically you don't need to do that. You can block them off, and you can block the roller coaster off from coming in with walls, and everything will still work fine, but I think it looks a lot better to have those gaps there, just because it's really strange to see people and roller coasters crashing through wooden walls and just nothing happening. So I'm gonna finish the walls off here, and I think I'll just make this too high like this. And now for roofs, I'll see what we have in generic before I go to the western. I think maybe the colored walls roof might look okay here with let's say a half slate rooftop maybe, but we'll obviously change this color to say gray, and the red to a brown. I think that'll look pretty nice. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It's similar to the western walls, but it doesn't have that kind of metallic feel, because I don't think this would really have a metal roof. just a normal shingled roof like this. And then in the middle, we will put, what kind of thing do we want to put in the middle here? Maybe just a flat roof piece with, how do these look up there? So, okay, yeah. So what I'm going to do is peak the roof here with these little guys along the side, and then this gap in the middle here, I'm going to go back to my western walls and get a 1/3 height wall, put it in like so, and I think I don't know if I really want to do that though. Maybe it would look no, yeah, I'm gonna patch that up with this 2/3 wall on either side. This one has a tree covering it. I think I will actually have a tree cover the other side here too, because that doesn't look too appealing to the eye. So I'll go in here and just get a sugar pine out. A large sugar pine right here, just to kind of cover that up and make it not look so gross. And some trees along the outside here. Some more trees down. And oh yeah, I gotta go back in with some Douglas fir just to add some tree diversity here. Very important, tree diversity. Okay, I think we're good on trees now. And we will just open her up. The excitement seems to have somehow increased. I don't really know how, but in the last episode I thought we saw a 6 in excitement. I might be going crazy, but I was pretty sure there was a 6 there. And we didn't actually change the roller coaster, so who knows, maybe hills and scenery added in somehow. But there we go, we open that up, and I'll get rid of the one at the end of the name, and await your suggestions for names in the comments. But what I do want to do is rename this guy to Greasy Pizzeria. Pizzeria. Greasy Pizzeria. Alright. Good deal. And you can also leave suggestions for park names in the comments. That'll be kind of cool. Oh wow, tidy, most beautiful. Our park is doing pretty good here, guys. I think this is a nice place to end off episode number 4. We have some scenery around the roller coaster here. Oh, you know what? Actually, I'll add in the basis of the monorail system here, because I did promise you guys that, and not a lot happened in this episode, so I'll make this episode a little bit longer and just add in the monorail system. So this might go a few minutes longer than normal, but we'll just get a basic monorail set up here. So facing that way. So this will be the center, and I think we'll go 1, 2. And let's have it extend over the ground, so a little bit like that. I think that looks pretty cool. And we will, of course, change these colors, because right now they are for the roller coaster we just built. Is that yep, that's symmetrical. And I just gotta change these colors real quick, because they're driving me crazy. So I think we'll have this a gray, and the supports be a oh, that's not gray, but that's okay. Maybe that color. No, white. Oh yeah, maybe a full white monorail running through. I don't know. What if it was like tan? Tan with yeah, what if it's like tan, and then supports were, oh, that's gross. White supports. I don't really like that too much though. I do like the white supports, but I want to change this color to yellow. Looks kind of tacky. What other colors are there here? Pink. Ooh, that's really gaudy. Maybe let's scrap the white idea. Go for gray supports, and then maybe like light green. Oh, it's really hard to get these colors right, guys. I'm sorry, but I don't want this monorail to look gross because it's going to be throughout the whole park. So, that's a gross handrail color. I'll just go white handrails. And I think I'll make the supports darker. That's okay, but then I don't like the track color. This is this is taking a while. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, I think I can live with that. In the comments, let me know if you want to see any changes to it. But for now, I think I can live with it. And so we got a station here, and I think the next world we're gonna do, I'm not sure what it is yet, but I do know that it's gonna be right over here. Is where our next world is gonna be. So I'm gonna have a monorail drive over there. Nice gentle curve in like so. And then a nice gentle curve into the back of the park like this. And then, oh, my bad. Have some straight pieces here. And then our 6th long station, I believe. Let's see if we add another car. Yeah, that's how long the station is. Yep. So, but for now, we'll just have one car on shuttle mode. Just until we finish the whole monorail. But for now, we can just have it on shuttle mode. Test that out. Make sure that works. That's over here. And then shuttles you back. Okay. So, gonna put that on test. But we do need to change the car colors, because right now they're pretty gross. So I'll just go ahead and change the car colors. The yellow I think can stay, but the red's gotta go. And so does the blue. The blue can be a nice light orange. Those colors aren't great, but they'll work for now because this episode's going pretty long. So I'll just put an entrance exit on here. Entrance and exit. And then I'll make a queue path up to that entrance. It's going to be a bit tricky to work out, but we'll be able to do it. Over here. And the same with the path here. Could we actually just do that? Oh yeah, we totally could. But I think I'll just do that. I don't think the monorail will have too long of a queue line. Not the most thrilling of theme park rides ever created. So just click the queue up there. And we'll go ahead and open it. I'll just make a... I mean, yeah, I guess they can go on this if they want. There's nothing over there yet, but if they're possessed to do so, they can go ahead and do it. So, I think we'll end episode 4 off there. The first roller coaster came out quite nicely, I think. I like the look of it quite a lot, and people seem to love it. And just leave suggestions for any kinds of names in the comments. And sorry about that. Any kinds of names in the comments, and I'll see you guys next time.